All right, well, we're in Cousin Brian's CJ-7 doing a little test drive before he picks it up, and he's had this thing for a while, and it just runs awesome. We'll show you around the inside a little bit. What year is this thing, Brian?
1981.
1981 CJ-7. What motor's in it?
258 6-cylinder Renegade package, no doubt.
And then what transmission we got here?
Ford T18.
And as you can see, shifts killer. Dana 300.
Dana 300, 4-to-1 gears.
All right, classic old school. What's that thing?
That's vintage Pioneer CD player.
Compact disc.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. And then this has the WFO front hoop that we built for him, and it has our CJ stanchions so that you can have foot room, get your e-brake, and then what'd you do to the glove box there?
You still got the glove box. It's universal. You got the grab handle that got narrowed up with the stanchions put in.
You can still see the paint and the weld. You know what they say is the last 10% is 90% of your project, Brian.
I know, that's right.
You look overhead, Mitch went ahead and built this console for him. So, of course, the Cobra Trucker CB. Got the remote speaker up here so that you can hear Uncle Lee talking to you, Flying Squirrel. And there's the LED dome light. Got a Tuffy 10-inch console, OEM front seats, right, Brian?
That's right, and back seat.
Is that the OEM cigarette lighter?
Version, no doubt. Look at that.
Woo! But you have smoked out of that? All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's pull this thing off the road up here. We'll do a quick walk around and show everybody the outside. Man, we almost forgot the WFO speaker cans and also the factory CJ-7 soft top on this thing. OEM. Nothing really beats the CJ-7 with the Renegade sticker package. So, Brian, tell us about the axles. What do you got in here?
So we got a WFO conversion Dana 60 narrowed in the front.
This is probably one of the first Dana 60s we narrowed years ago for his flat fender. If you look on the pumpkin side, look, there's an inch of axle tube there. What do you? I think we're about 56 inches wide, right?
58.
58.
Yeah, high steer.
Yeah, and this has our double high steer arm, so you can't really see it, but tucked in the back there is the tie rod across the back. And this thing has the BDS 2.5-inch spring over springs, and with the add-a-leafs added. Still has a factory sway bar with a disconnect, just some simple Ford shock towers. ARB in the front, right?
ARB front.
Yep.
5-on-5.5 lug conversion.
Factory fender flares. Got the factory aluminum rocker piece here.
Yeah, body's all original.
You sneak underneath and you can see the WFO heavy duty cross member to hold the T18 and the 300. And then as you look past in the back, you'll be able to see the torque arm over on the other side coming off the cross member. It's got a 1310 CV rear drive shaft. And then that's a custom Dana 60 that we built for Brian. That was originally a 75 Ford that we cut it down, put 35 spline shafts in it, semi-float housing ends, and take a peek back under here. It's really kind of a sleeper rear end. Has the factory 11-inch drums in it with the factory e-brake still hooked up. And then
you got over here, Trevor, you got some custom adaptation to incorporate this nice rack system and swing out spare tire, and still intact with the Jeep emblem from
very
1981.
Important to keep the OEM Jeep emblem. And this, we like to use this bumper and rack system. This is Hanson's rear bumper, and this is their U platform, and it comes out, swings really easily. Underneath the hood, we'll walk up here. You know, you got fancy axles, spring over suspension, but Cousin Brian likes to keep it simple. Check out how factory that is. How many miles are on this, Brian?
I think you just rolled 45,000.
45,000, you got the factory air cleaner, factory shroud. What's going on here?
So here you have an option that AMC came out with in most of the sedans and the station wagons, which they had a factory York compressor, all factory mounts, bolts in there, and you can convert it to an air compressor so you can run your air locker, continuous air.
And all the brackets and everything came from the wrecking yard off of an AMC engine that was running AC, boom, right onto the 258. Had to rechange your belts a little bit, right?
The belts changed out, a couple of brackets, but it was all bolt-in OEM.
Otherwise, everything underneath here is completely California smog legal. All the original carburetor hoses, everything just factory, right?
It's all factory.
And then on the front, you got your handsome front bumper, but you got something else I like to see on every old CJ. What do you got here?
You got the old classic upright winch, proven, never a problem.
The Warren 8274. We actually made this bracket to fit it on the Hanson, I believe, or did you buy that from them? And then the
that's a Hanson option that you can get, yep. And they got all the cutaways for airflow. But this Jeep runs so cold in the summertime.
One other thing we forgot to point out is our front spring hanger here. So this has the WFO shackle reversal for 27-inch spring width, because when we narrowed the axle, we made it original CJ. And the one thing about our shackle reversal is we always sleeve the shackle through the frame instead of underneath. So that's why this thing just drives one finger down the highway. So, I mean, I don't really think there's anything else I would do to this Jeep, with the exception of a V8, but the 6-cylinder runs so good, why not?
You never know. One day it might change, but this is a daily driver you go get milk with. And then also you pull into the Georgetown, you get your Jeepers Jamboree sticker here, and you go Rubicon.
And then the last thing you did to this is you added half doors, right? What
Correct.
did these half doors come off of?
Those are late YJ.
YJ half doors with the YJ mirror, kind of color matched the original paint, you know. Not
Close.
Bad, but this makes it really easy to run it in the summer and winter. When it comes to tires and wheels, this is almost period correct too. So 15-inch steel wheels and 35-inch Goodyear MTRs, but they're 15s. None of that 17 stuff, you know. These are steel wheels and just get it done. Hope you like this one. You're not going to find this many Renegade packaged, cleanly built CJ-7. So thanks for bringing it by, Brian.